Good morning, folks. It's Mark out at Positively Peninsula. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, I believe. I believe it's the 7th of July. And it's around 8:30 in the morning, I guess. And I'm just going to kind of pan around. Now, there'll be cars coming by along the road, so that'll be noisy. But other than that, and now we're back to the beginning. You'll notice that the canopy and the picnic table are gone. And you'll see a lot of gravel there. And that is going to be where the shed goes, which is going to be tomorrow. I wanted to get a video out just because the shed comes tomorrow. I have a ton to do in preparation to get done before I have my procedure on Thursday. So I'm going to probably be out of commission this week and probably into next week. I don't know. And then my son comes out on Tuesday. Today's Sunday, yes. So shed gets delivered tomorrow. So I've got to prep the gravel because it's way too thick, way too high. And it's where the gravel pile was, where it was delivered. And you can just see that it's like almost like a ski slope. It's just, that's just not, the height is not fantastic. And so I'm going to try to do that. The situation is that we're in the middle of a heat wave. Today it's supposed to, let's see, yesterday got up to 90, day before was 85. And today is supposed to be 94. Tomorrow is supposed to be, no, today's 95. Something like that. And then tomorrow's supposed to be like 97. Or Tuesday's 97. Tuesday's 97. Tomorrow's 95. Today I think it's supposed to be 94. The house is cool. It's tough at night a little bit. Because, I have to leave my windows open, which I don't mind, but you're not getting much of a breeze and the house is heated up. So I'm going to make sure I keep my... whenever the sun is up, I'm going to try to make sure I remember to pull the drapes. Did I remember it? See, and I didn't do it. I'm going to bring these down because I get the morning sun. This is the east sun. And I figure the house won't heat up so much if I... Oh, yeah. Just to go down to the sun part. And I got all these cool toys. I haven't seen them in action yet, but these are, oh, this is cool too. This looks like an alien. Sorry, I wasn't expecting to do this, but these are deer deterrents. I'm just getting fed up with the deer. But this is a stump that I pulled out. So anyway, so I moved the canopy. So I wanted to get the video in. I know I'm all over the place. I wanted to get the video in because of everything that's going on this week. I don't know how much I'm going to go into because I could go on for days and I don't want to make it a 2-3 parter and all that kind of bullshit. So I'll just do a quick thing at the end. But as far as the property goes, so I moved it up to here and realized once I did that I've got to move it down a little bit because I believe the line is going to be, see, it's going to be right on the line of the septic plateau. So I've actually got to move it way down. That stinks. It is what it is, right? But I've done a lot of raking. I've done a lot of all that stuff. See, there's a car. So I'm gonna sit at the picnic table before I have to move the damn thing. And I've got to do all this stuff because I'm not gonna be able to be up and about very easily. And I'm just gonna finish my breakfast if that's okay. I don't like eating in front of people, but sometimes you do what you gotta do, right? So I just have to finish up my fig preserve half of a English muffin. That's not my breakfast. I already had it. Okay, how an English muffin. With egg and meat. God, that's good. Ooh, fig preserves. I don't want to get ahead of myself and choke to death. But I do need to get stuff done while I'm can be outside because it gets really hot. So by 11, you kind of need to be out of the sun, and I don't have any shade except for this canopy, and it just bakes out here. So the plan is to get this all weed fabric at the end of next week on the 12th by Juan and his son, and so that'll start getting going, and I'm going to be laid up, but I believe he knows what to do. So I just have a lot of heavy work today and tomorrow, and tomorrow's going to be the shed. Oh, there are the fawns. They're going to try to come over here to the gate. I probably should head them off now. You know? Spray water in their general direction, and for some reason they don't. I guess deer don't bathe. They don't like water. So it's a pretty easy thing. So now I got these weird deer repellent things. Anyway, so so as far as the house goes, everything is pretty much prepped. But again, I got the logs rolled down. You can see that log over there. That came from there. I rolled it all the way down, avoiding the septic caps. God, they really did poor planning on this septic because it takes up the whole middle part of the yard. There had to be a better way to do it. This must have just been the easiest, cheapest way. Yeah, so I had to move all that stuff, and remember it was all the pots and everything, they were all on, or you may or may not remember, were all like on the gravel. But I've got to take advantage of the coolness, which means that's when I've got to do the weed whacking. That's when I've got to do in the gravel. I got to get the gravel done because that's got to be as level as possible for when the shed gets delivered. And then they level it and everything, but I want the base to be as level as possible. Otherwise it's going to, it won't look weird, but it's just too much of a slope. It's going to create a pond at the bottom. So the debate happened and all that bullshit, and I told you what I thought. It's not about voting for someone. It's voting for someone to not let someone else win, because that's going to be devastating. And I'll tell you right now, I don't give a shit if Biden runs or if Kamala runs or, you know, Bilbo Baggins runs. That's who I'm voting for, because it's almost like an anti-vote. And you know, I saw the news coming out about how Trump is, you know, saying, "Oh, I don't know anything about Project 2025," because that's something I was talking about last time. And I hope you had a chance to look into that, because it's really scary. And he's like, "Oh, I don't know what it is, and I don't agree with it," and everything. That's such bullshit. If people buy into that, I just don't know why people believe him, because I always told my kids, there are two things I don't like in this world, are liars and cheaters. And that's what he does. He just lies and cheats. And he's probably done it since he was a kid, you know, because the guy's got daddy issues. But, you know, but why does the country have to, you know, take the fallout for his daddy issues? You know, and it's just this whole white nationalist conservative, here they come again, agenda from the Heritage Foundation. It's just amazing to me. But here we go. Anyway, I call this sculpture, since I'm out here, since I have to go running after shoot. I've really got to weed whack this stuff. It's such a big area to weed whack, and hopefully I won't have to do it too much longer. I call this, it was just over in the dirt, over there. And you can see I've cleaned out around, I still have a little bit around my tree, but you can see I've cleaned out around the rhodos. My plan is to, you know, till it, add some fertilizer spikes, and then put some mulch, probably some red, red bark or something like that. And then I've got to get all my piles of debris kind of at least in one location. So this guy almost looks like I'll be honest, to me it looks like a headless dog taking a pee. Either that or a headless sea lion. I don't know. It's kind of what it looks like to me. Looks like a dog lifting its leg, but it has no head. Anyway, it's going to be my, it's from the property, and it's going to be my new centerpiece. What the heck? So, anyway. Oh, there he is. He's just watching me. This is what we do. We play cat and mouse. And there's one that is much braver than the others. Than the other one. They're a couple of twins. Anyway, I'm gonna put one of those noise making. They kind of like are supposed to just there's supposed to be ultrasound, and they're supposed to just kind of like scare them away a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they understand that they realize I'm distracted. They're like, hey, let's take advantage of the old man. I don't know why they're coming over there. I don't even have good grass over here in terms of lawn anymore. I mean, that's not my goal. I don't want grass. There is a little bit right over. Shit. Anyway, I gotta get going. So here's the deal, folks. I want to make this short and sweet. We're already at 15 minutes. I don't think this country will survive this white Christian nationalist revolution, because they're a minority, and I don't understand how the minority is able to wield power and control, and it's just not right, because we're going to lose so many freedoms, folks. If you think we're going to gain freedoms, you think that we don't have freedoms, you're sadly mistaken. We have the best lives on this planet, and we're throwing it all away. It's like we don't appreciate what we have, and we don't understand how it can all go away in a heartbeat. And that just boggles my mind, that people are willing to just toss it. I just don't get it. And I've lived around. I lived in West Africa for 4 years. I was an exchange student in Brazil, in Brazil, and so I've traveled a lot, and I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of different governments and countries and people and cultures and all that. Folks, we have it so good here, and I just want us to appreciate that. And it kind of goes back to what Tucker was talking about way back when, about being grateful, gratitude. And I just think that's so powerful and so important, especially now, folks, especially now. So that's my take. I don't care if it's a trained squirrel that's on the ballot. If it's going up against Trump, guess what? Trained squirrel for president. And on that note, folks, I'm going to finish up my fig preserve not even half of a muffin anymore. I'm going to have a little bit of coffee. I'm going to get to some back-breaking labor and continue to fight the deer, fight the good fight without being harmful. And I'll see you after my procedure, hopefully. It comes down to just doing the right thing. And to say that you're just going to throw your vote away, it's like, oh, I don't like either of them. Yeah, but it's not about that, folks. You've got to make your vote count in a positive way. So please, 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 don't let this opportunity go by for us to really cement the future of this country and the legacy. I love this country, and I'm very patriotic. And it just kills me to see what's happening by people who think they're patriotic. But they're not. They're just in it for themselves. It's all about them. And I'm sorry, I just don't abide by that. Okay, and I'll start going off on my soapbox, so peace out. This is Mark out at the Real Back 40 and for Positively Peninsula. And so make sure you go be positive. I'm not going to be around for a wee bit. But I'm sure everything will work out fine. And I wanted to give a shout out to I got some pizza at County Line Fire. It's a great restaurant in this old bank building, really cool. And she. So hello, Danielle, and she'd made a comment, and I'm so bad at this stuff, so please don't be offended that I don't follow up, and because I told her, I said, oh my God, I'll take a, I had no idea. And I also have no idea how to really go about doing anything about this, but I will try. It's just like I feel like I don't have a second to spare. But she's a sweetheart. She has a great story, and she just was very nice and complimentary and whatnot. So that was so welcome, Danielle. And if you get a chance, County Line Fire. Really great little pizzas and very creative pizzas. And so keep fighting the good fight. Always remember, do the right thing. Choose the most positive route. And be happy. All right? We all have shit in our lives. We all have shit in our past. We all have skeletons. We all have this. We all have that. Blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't have to define us. It doesn't have to define our life. So that's my 2 cents. Positively Peninsular. I'm going to finish my breakfast. I will actually, now that I look at it, I'm going to try to remember to film the shed delivery, because that's going to be a spectacle. Coming down that skinny driveway. It's 10 by 14 on a some kind of flatbed. I don't know what they do. I told them, bring the smallest truck possible that you can get away with. And I'm just very excited about that, because that's going to take away so much of this clutter. So I'm going to try to film it, and before I go in for a procedure on Thursday. So yeah, we'll give it a shot. All right. So peace out. Be good. Always do the right thing. And the only things in life that you should like are liars and cheaters. Always keep that in mind. Okay? Because you'd be surprised how many people out there lying and cheating on a consistent basis. And you don't really want to have anything to do with those kind of folk. All right? So be good. Take care. Peace out. Bye.